All right, so if you are mid-build and your builder is telling you everything's fine, it's totally on track, but in the back of your head, there's this feeling like, I'm not so sure. There's a real difference between activity and progress, and most homeowners can't feel the difference. After this video, you're going to understand exactly the difference between activity and making progress. So I'm the person that shows up every week on job sites, and I've been doing this for 25 years. And I will be the first to tell you that activity looks like there's progress being made, but what really makes things happen are systems. So I'm going to share with you the 4 signs that your builder is actively using their systems well, and the one thing that will tell you that you need to get systems in play. The first sign that a system is in play is a weekly report. Now you might ask, well, what if I receive weekly reports and they're full of words? And yes, that's happening, right? But it may not be effective. What is effective in a weekly report is what happened last week? What did we do last week? What do we have planned for the next week? What are the updates that I've received from the team? What do I need from each player on this team? The client, the architect, the designer, and the builder needs things. We also want to talk about what are the changes, what modifications have happened. That's a category. And the most important part of a weekly report is the hot topic. We are stuck. We are completely stopped unless I get this information. It can be bold red, it can be on the top of the report. You put it wherever you want. But that is something, that is a wedge in the system and it needs to be removed. That's an effective weekly report. And by the way, when I say weekly, that means every week. That means every single Friday, 52 times a year. In fact, I'll just throw it out there. It's in our contract as a builder. All right, so the second sign is decisions are closed. It is a loop. It starts at the top, it goes around like a clock, and it ends back at 12, okay? Full circle, loops are closed. So of course we have our action items. As builders, we're working through action items. But if they start to stack up and pile up, it's getting worse. It's getting worse on the project. So if you feel like you're mentioning things to the builder and it just becomes overwhelming where you have a meeting next week and we ask about it and it's not done, and then the next week and then it's still out there, and you can imagine a desk full of paper stacking, that means the project is losing time. Now, the effective way to do this is to have our list of what we need from each individual, which is referenced in the weekly report, and we do not move forward until we get an answer or some sort of update on that particular item. Close the loops over and over and over and over again. And as a homeowner, you can feel that because when you ask questions, there are answers. It's a yes, it's a no, I need this, I'm moving forward. That's what it should look like. So the third sign is modifications. And when I say modifications, we all know that in a project, when you start, it changes just like life. It is a part of a project. So let's just know that that is part of building a home and not resist it. So many homeowners want to think that where we're starting is where we're going to end, and it's just not the truth. The truth is it's a living organism with human hands, and it's built out of making progress. So when we talk about modifications, where projects really go south and really take a turn for the worst is when changes happen, it's accepted verbally, but it's not actually captured, right? So there's talk of these modifications, and then there's an implementation of the modification, and then you get a bill that is a price that you can say, wow, I had no idea that like it would cost that much, or why didn't anybody tell me, or what's going on here? I don't like surprises. I'm not comfortable with surprises. That's a modification process that fails 100% of the time. Now, the question is, what does a successful modification process look like? And it's very straightforward. Something changes It's captured by the builder. It is documented. Then there's a price assigned to it, a person assigned to doing the work, and lastly, an approval by you as the client that, hey, I'm okay with this price. I'm super excited about what it will look like. Here's my signature. We're good to go. Now, everyone knows we can go full steam ahead. That can happen over and over and over on a project, and every single modification has to be captured. So when it's not captured, things get out of control, which means in a really good system, you know the budget every single week, every single month. You know exactly what this project is costing you. And by the way, you're in control of making those decisions. There are yeses and there are nos. So tracking modifications very, very intentionally, logging them into a budget that is a real budget. In the end, everyone's really happy. So the fourth sign is that trades, the doers, the man and woman power in this home is moving like clockwork. You can feel the rhythm, right? So you can go in a home and walk through it, and trim carpenters have their saws in the right place. They have positioning of materials. The tile folks are prepping to run shower tile in one bathroom. In the other room, they're prepping to lay tile. That is very, very controlled and systematic. And the way that happens is through planning, right? So here's how we look at planning projects. We run 2 and 4 week calendars, period. We talk to our trades about what they're doing each day. We line them up. We shift midday. It's an active process of clockwork with trades. That's a very controlled project. They know where they're supposed to be working, and we've agreed upon that. Now, when a project is drifting, you can see people standing around, maybe waiting for some information, or showing up and something's not ready and they're a little irritated that they just spent the morning waiting for information. It's just not ready. You can feel that on site. When someone immediately asks a homeowner questions, that's kind of my favorite one. If trades are asking homeowners questions, that means the work wasn't planned properly up front. So again, projects under control, people are organized, materials set up, there's movement that's very direct flow, very actionable. A drifting project is a little loosey-goosey, people waiting around, asking questions, maybe trades just kind of wasting time. Drifting project. So you've been waiting for it, the one signal that tells you, homeowners, that the project is completely off. Weekly reports not sent. So let's say you start a project and there's a weekly report every week for the first 2 months. And then it's a weekly report every 2 weeks. And then a weekly report once a month. And then before you know it, no weekly report. It's maybe a phone call or some other version of communication. I promise you, when that happens, you as the homeowner are not the focus of the builder. So when the weekly reports sort of drift off, guess what? Project's going with it. So if you're seeing the signs of your project under control, you can trust that. If you feel like it's drifting, it's probably because of the weekly reports, the decision loops being closed, the modifications, and the trade standing around. And of course, the weekly reports dead stopped. That's an unhealthy project. So how can we fix it? 2 options. We have a digital program, Beyond the Blueprints, where you can go at your own pace and understand all of the inner workings of your build. Or if you would like to step it up to more of a personal level as a homeowner rep, go ahead and click the links in the description and we'll see if we can help you out.